Hey friends, don't forget to jump into the Christian Life Coach Collective Facebook group if you haven't already, so you can connect with like-directed people and get free resources and ask for feedback, all the things that are going to help support you on your calling as a coach. I hope to see you in there, and don't forget to subscribe to the show. I was thinking the other day about all of these people in my life, not just the people I know, that I see, that I talk to, but the people in my world, my listeners, my readers, my clients, the people I have yet to meet, the clients that are on their way, but I haven't met them. I'm thinking about all the people who will ever come in contact with my voice, whether it's written or spoken or face-to-face. And I'm wondering about each of these people's life experiences. I do this because I sit in like an airport or at a stoplight and I look at people and I have these thoughts that are like, oh my gosh, those people are living lives and they have all these things going on just like I do. And I don't know what the things are that they're going through. And I don't know all of the specifics and I don't know the backstory, and I just know they all have a story. And when I can stop and sit and look at humanity around me and say, wow, there's so much going on. We're really these tiny little ants, like I was flying recently across the country and looking down and going, we are so small. We are so front of mind for God. We are not small to Him. But in the contrast of how many people are on this earth, it is so easy to get into our brains and think like it's all about us, right? It's easy to get self-focused. It's even easy as an others-focused person like I am to be self-focused in the context of all the people I'm focused on. Does that make sense to you? Like my ecosystem is my family, my clients, my listeners, my friends. And these are my people. And I'm very others focused generally. I'm thinking about other people before I take into consideration what's going on for me. Some people are more self-focused, which is not selfish. Both of them can be selfish, okay? That's different. Self-focused people just tend to see what's going on for them before they see what's going on for other people. Now, either one of them can be selfish because they can get too focused on what they get out of being focused on. Like what you get out of your focus on yourself, or what you get out of your focus on other people. And that's where the selfishness comes in. So it has nothing really to do with the focus. My point being that even as an others-focused person, I can be very zoomed in on my life and my ecosystem. But when I get on a plane and I look down at the world and I see all those people and I go, wow, every one of them has a story. They all have life experiences. They all have this juicy storyline that's not finished yet, right? And I say that because recently I said to my husband, there's a song that says, God works all things together for good. So if it's not good yet, it's not over yet. He's not done yet, right? And we kind of had like a dumpster fire of a vacation that wasn't really a vacation when we were flying across the country. And that's okay. Dumpster fire, it got put out, and I'm controlled and calm now. But as I'm looking at all of these lives around me and wondering what their stories are and what their experiences are, I'm specifically thinking about the women that I know who are just living their lives and getting by, and they are working other jobs and they're raising their kids and they're taking care of their significant others, whether they're married or they're not. Maybe those significant others are significant because they're parents, or they are students, or whoever the people are in your life that you give significance and focus to. and you're pouring into them. And I think of the women who want to do something with their lives and want to feel passionate and want to feel fulfilled, would love to bring value to the world, have an impact on the ecosystem they're in. I think about women who express their desire to walk in the calling of God on their life and really do something that pleases the heart of God because they long to serve him. But they don't know how to bring it all together. They're not sure how these experiences they've had in life, the traumas and the victories, the successes and the failures come together. They don't know how all of these things get worked together for good. And then when I talk to them and I express what I do and how I've brought those things together for me, they're in awe. Because I think most people don't really consider how possible it is to take anything in your life, regardless of your training, your education, your intelligence, or lack of. It doesn't matter what you've lived a life doing, what you've experienced, what you've come through, what you've learned from it all can actually be used to benefit you and the world around you. And specifically, that can be done by becoming a coach. And the experience and beliefs that you hold are what your clients benefit from. You can actually make guarantees that you can help people. Because when you learn who you are and you begin to believe that you carry something, you begin to believe that the life you've lived matters, and you begin to believe that you carry something of value that someone, anyone, and actually, from my perspective, I can tell you lots of people would completely benefit from and say, I need that. I want help in that area. And I know what you can guarantee that you can help anybody do in your life, even if you're not a coach, whether you're a parent or a boss or a teacher or a neighbor, it doesn't matter. You can always help the people in front of you believe and know that you can be present for them while they're hashing out what's confusing in their lives. You can help them find purpose in the mundane and gratitude in the difficult. You can ask questions that help them get clarity and reveal what they can't see for themselves. You can hold them accountable with encouragement and compassion and grace. There's things that you can do, even not as a coach, that you can guarantee that you can offer to people in the world. And you know what? It just happens to be that coaching clients want those same things. And you're not probably thinking of it in those terms like, oh, I am somebody who really loves to be fully present while somebody's talking to me. I love to look them in the eyes. I love to hear what their heart is saying. And I want to help them get the most out of their lives. And if you don't see that that's actually valuable, you're missing a huge part of your calling in life. You're missing a huge part of walking out your days feeling a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment and fulfillment at the end of the day because you're not recognizing the value of being somebody who's fully present for other people. It's intangible, and I understand that. So if you don't think that what you offer is tangible enough to be valuable to people, I'm going to offer you the new thought that the things that are intangible are more valuable than anything tangible. In fact, the Bible actually says, it talks about in multiple places how everything that you're creating in this world it's not going to heaven with you. All of the riches that you're storing up in heaven for yourself are coming. They look intangible in the daily to-dos on earth, in the natural realm. They're actually they're internal. They're in your internal realm, your soul's ecosystem. The intangible things are where you create the greatest value. It's the intentions of your heart, the thoughts of your mind. It's the actions that you take that are in secret. It's the cultivation of that inner relationship with the Lord. It's all of these things that seem to be intangible, and even faith being the substance of like things that you hope for but cannot see. So if you think that the only way to create value in this world is by creating something that is tangible and visible that somebody can see as a sign, that's actually not of the kingdom. It's not the way that God's thinking. It's not the way the Lord is looking at it. But instead, people see what you carry, what's inside of you that you offer to them, and people want and need it. You know how to do all of these things because they're actually part of your story, because they matter to you, they mean something, and because they mean something to you, that means it's going to mean something to someone else. But most of the people that I come across, they just don't see how these intangible aspects of their lives actually can be turned into something tangible for other people. All you need to do is you need a container. You need to be able to look at your life, to be able to look at your story, to read your own story up to this point, to be able to understand the value of all of the experiences you've had, and say, I wonder what I can do with all of that. You have strengths and skills and stories that people need. And you've got to value them and let them rise up and pour out. And it is vulnerable to do it, but it's so valuable when you do. So here's just some examples. Maybe you have learned, maybe you've been a mom for 20 years. And in the beginning, you didn't know how to have peaceful morning routines when your kids started going to school. But over the next 10 years, you figured it out. Well, now you know how to create peaceful morning routines. Perfect coaching opportunity. Maybe you didn't start out as an organized person. Maybe you have ADHD. Maybe you have not very much money to go buy organizational things, right? Well, you figured it out. Somewhere along the way, you figured out how to organize your home and keep it that way regardless of the situation, the circumstances you had. You overcame them. You figured it out. Now, you can help other people organize their homes and keep it that way. And you can take into consideration all of the things they think are a hindrance to that. Maybe you started a business with no money and no support like I did. Well, now you can help people do that. Maybe you know how to drop 10 pounds in a very healthy way and keep it off and love yourself while you're doing it without shaming yourself. Maybe you know how to build a routine of self-care and a lifestyle of mental health. Okay. Do you know how many people want and need that? Or maybe you know how to develop a plan and cultivate purpose in the middle of like crazy life seasons. Okay. Again, lots of people in the world want that. Are there other people doing the things? Do other people know how to, create a morning routine or organize a home, start a business, lose weight, build routines, cultivate purpose? Yes, they do. But none of them are going to reach everybody. None of them are going to reach the people God calls to you. None of them can deliver it the way you can. None of them have the specific life experience, the story, the skill, along with your personality and the way you reveal the character and nature of God to these specific people that will hear you and be in your ecosystem. Find your voice and the way you deliver it, the container you offer it in. Just because somebody's already doing it doesn't mean they're the right person or they're ever going to have the reach that you could have. So if you're wondering, what can I do with my life? Especially if you are a woman who says, I have no qualifications. I don't know where to start. I don't have anything to give here. I want you to hear me say that coaching, if you have a desire at all in your heart to guide anybody else, even if it's just 10 people, and you could guide them down any path. Coaching is how you do it. You don't even have to have a business, but you can listen to everything I say. You can take any of my courses and actually just implement it, especially just starting with the niche clarity course. It just helps you draw out and figure out what's already inside of you, the stories, the experiences, the skills, the strengths, the successes, the things that people could pull from you if you let those things be seen, if you let them become valuable, if you'll trust God enough to walk you into a purpose, then you've got things that people want. And you just need to see it. I want to encourage you. It is completely possible. I know because I've helped so many people find it, define it, cultivate it, and then offer it to the world. I know that it's possible for you. If you absolutely believe that there is nothing you have to offer, I challenge you to book one session with me. The link's in the show notes. I challenge you to test me on this. I'm serious. I know that I have a calling to help pull out what is inside of people, to undergird it, and to support you in the release of it. I know that. I know I can give you possibilities. One of them will settle. I know I can give you the permission that you're longing for. And I'm not going to be the person who says, you should go do that. Totally do that, while thinking they're going to be terrible at this, but I'm going to make them do it anyway. Like, that's not me. I'm going to be very upfront and honest. And if you think, I want to go do this thing, but everything that you've said to me does not point in that direction, I will challenge you on it. I will call you on it. And if you seem to want to do something that is completely outside of the experience and the calling that is clear on your life and what you know God has said, I'm going to call you on it. I'm not going to tell you to do something. I'm not telling you your beautiful voice, you should go be an opera singer. I'm going to say, what else is there? What else would you like to do? What else can we create and cultivate, right? I want you to have honesty with compassion and grace and kindness in your life. I believe in that. So if you're wondering what to do with your life experience, first, I suggest go either get coached or jump into the Niche Clarity course and figure it out. Because even if you haven't started a business yet, that Niche Clarity course will help you understand why there are certain things, how there are certain things within you already that are waiting to rise up and come out and be poured out into like a container for other people to benefit from. You have a story that deserves to be shared, and other people are waiting for you to do it because they need you. They haven't met you yet. They don't even know they need you yet. And yet I can still tell you it's the truth. There are people that are waiting to find you. And there are people who are waiting for you to find them. So I'm calling you up and out. If you've got a desire in your heart, the least little bit of inkling of, I wonder what I could do with my life. I'm unsure of what to do with my life. I don't think my life experience or skills amount to much. I'm challenging you and saying, let's figure it out together. Because I know that your life is worth something. Because I know that God has a calling and a plan for your life. He has a purpose for you. You have a strong, valuable identity in Him and a purpose in this world. And my purpose is to help you find it. And I believe that there's a good chance a lot of people, I'm not saying coaching is right for everybody, but I'm going to say there's a lot of people who could benefit from becoming a coach or getting coached. And even just having the coaching skills inside of other businesses or other jobs or responsibilities you have. If you're a leader or a manager in a company, you need coaching skills. If you're a mom or a dad or a teacher, you need coaching skills. If you're a pastor, you need coaching skills. All of the things. Coaching skills will not only help you serve all of the people in the realm you're already in, but they will serve you in your own life. Because when you learn these coaching skills, you learn how to lead yourself well. And honestly, that's what I'm all about. I'm here for spirit-led self-leadership, for us to own our stories, to grow up and become story makers. So that is my rant for the day. Bless you guys. Remember, all things are possible and everything's figure outable, and we'll do it together. Have a great day. Hey friends, don't forget to jump into the Christian Life Coach Collective Facebook group if you haven't already, so you can connect with like-directed people and get free resources and ask for feedback, all the things that are going to help support you on your calling as a coach. I hope to see you in there, and don't forget to subscribe to the show.